Sometimes I wonder why I'm a storyteller. I wonder how I get people like you to come out on a night like this to sit and listen to little bits of my life strung together like I do. I wonder how this happens, and then I call my mother. I talk to my mother on the phone in Philadelphia, and when I get my mother on the phone, I listen to her for 45 minutes, an hour, tell me about the old neighborhood and the old friends and the house and what she recently lost and what she recently found in the house and all these little things, and it goes on and on and on and on until I get to a point where I say, okay, Mom, I have to go, right? I really have to go. And she says, okay, Kevin, that's fine, good talking with you. Oh, Kevin, did I ever tell you about the time? And then off she'd go, right? On and on and on for, who knows how long. Because she is a storyteller.
The sense of scale.
Chris. Yeah. Oh, he's back? Is he visiting?
No,
he's back. So. Yeah, I told that I got paid for the presentation. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I will be talking to you. All right.
A while ago.
All right, just because I think that has nothing with Carter or I'll throw you into myself. That's what I'm going to start doing with my friends. I'm going to start making them round. But I can always go there with you and go back to the topic. There's a lot. She's afraid. All right, just because I think.
I was in San Francisco recently. I love San Francisco. It's a great city. And every time I go there, there's one thing that strikes me above everything else. It's not the bridge, nor is it the fog. It's not even the hills. It's how many homeless people there are there. Now, clearly, the laws in San Francisco about vagrancy are very different than the laws here in Boston. Because everywhere you go, there's someone who's homeless. And they all talk to you. They all stop you. They all ask you for money. They all ask you for something. And I believe that it is important as you move through this world to talk to people, to treat people like people. And even if you don't give them money, at least give them the dignity of recognizing that they're there. Well, I went for a walk very shortly after I got to my hotel. And I walked and I walked and I walked. And I walked for maybe an hour, covered maybe 3 miles in that hour. And in that time, at least 50 people asked me, excuse me, can you help? And to every one of those 50 people, I said, no, I'm sorry, I can't, not tonight. No, I'm sorry, not today. No, gee, I really can't. And it began to get weary. I was on my way back to the hotel, and there was this woman that I saw in front of me, and I knew she was going to ask. And as I came close, she said, excuse me, miss, excuse me, miss, excuse me. And I just walked right by. And by the time I was half a block away, I was thinking, oh God, what have I done?
I had the idea of combining 2 sets of images, overlapping one on top of the other. And again, you'll see the cellular forms and the branch-like imagery, which I deliberately made it ambiguous so that you could, read it as, in many different ways. For example, some of the branch-like imagery, it would evoke arterial formations in your body, or even branch-like forms that you see in the physical landscape. From the beginning, I was very interested in biomorphic imagery, and you will see similar forms and line work that would be recurring in different sets of my different series that I've done over